think oftentimes we don't look at certain artists as being serious per se. We just kind of, oh, they're just doing music. But if you listen to the depth of in what some of these artists are singing, you can really see and hear the pain and the experiences that they are going through, and they know a little bit more than sometimes what we give them credit.
Mhm.
And so I just think we need to start again to come together and support even our young talent. Oftentimes people don't want to pass off the baton. They want to stay here and say, no, I want to take it until I got 5 feet in the grave.
Right.
And it's like it's time to pass it off. It's all right. They're gonna hold you down. Give them a lane. Let these youth come in and get the energy. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's something that we need to focus on. But shout out and kudos to all this new young talent, man.
Yeah.
We Beyonce gonna be passing the talent, the torch soon. Who's the next Beyonce? Who can,
Right.
not
Yeah.
only fill her shoes, but carve some shoes her own. Who's
Yeah.
gonna be
Mhm.
that great entertainer? And honestly, I don't see that right now. I don't
I
see any artists
know.
now that's like cutting the rug and really doing the thing. I don't
I
see.
got I got a question based on that. So, what's the age gap? And it's not that age matters, but what's the age
Yeah,
gap? Because you spoke about passing the baton between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Is it?
I don't know.
I think Cardi
I
is
you,
like 27 and Nicki Minaj is 36,
So it's
37.
almost a 10-year gap.
Yeah.
So I
yeah,
think
Yeah,
but
Cardi's like
I don't look
26,
at it. I don't
27.
look at it as like I don't. It's hard to say age, right? Because if you look at the way I see Nikki, I just see Nikki as kind of she was the forefront, right? She was the forerunner, right? But she's still relevant, right? So it's hard to, you know, uh, say, well, she's this age, so she's no longer relevant. She need to pass the baton, right? She's probably, and everybody knows I'm not a huge fan of Nikki at all,
but
but I
Lil
will say
Kim, was she still
yeah,
relevant when
who little Kim.
passing the baton to Nicki Minaj?
Well, yeah, I mean, Nicki Minaj, I think, is probably one of the last of the lyricists, uh, and so for right now, anyway. But we still have other artists. I'm gonna just say she's probably one that is the most popular at this point because, I mean, I can go for days and talk about some of the in my opinion, more lyrical than Nicki, right? But in terms of popular, Nicki is the forerunner of that, right? And then you had somebody like Cardi. Cardi is a little different. I can't compare the two. Unfortunately, we tend to, when it comes to female artists, we always pitting them together. But it's not a lot of them that say, well, they're kind of similar, so we can put them together. These two are kind of similar, so we can put them together, right? It's not like a lot of, I guess, male artists that's out where it's a dozen of them where we can say, oh, well, we can definitely, who would win between this person and that person? Who can do a versus, right?
Hmm.
But I mean, what can you say? But shout out to Nikki, shout out to Cardi. Um, you know, uh, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's
I would
hard. I
say
don't
shout
know.
out to all the female lyricists trying because it's
Yeah,
a real struggle to be a female lyricist.
That's why I
You
don't
know,
yeah,
think that Beyonce will be passing the baton or the torch.
I could see
She'll
her.
always stay relevant.
Yes, and I could see her
yeah.
being in her 50s coming out with something.
Me
Definitely.
too.
Just one of
I
those
Me
do.
like,
too.
Yeah, I do. I do.
yeah,
Because I
nobody would
mean,
ever fill her shoes ever.
yeah, because you still have a you got people like Patty LaBelle.
Right.
And
Right.
still, like, come on, like, who's gonna fill Patty LaBelle shoes? Nobody. She's Patty LaBelle.
Mm-mm,
Even who
mm-mm.
else was old, like a Diana Ross? Like, she
Yeah.
wasn't she wasn't a singer, but she's completely relevant and popular.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Who's the next Diana Ross? So it's hard to say, in terms of musicality or in terms of how they I don't know. I'm just thinking of when it comes to dancing and performance quality, energy, show, production, voice, longevity. I don't see anybody right now that can step into a Beyonce right now. I just don't.
Mm-mm.
And everybody knows how much I love Reaver. I love Reaver.
Yeah, I don't
She's
even
not
think
a
she's trying to do
dance
music like
performer
that.
type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She close to being a billionaire right now. I think she is a billionaire, right? Rihanna. I think she hit the
I
billionaire
think,
mark.
yeah, that Fenty might
I
have
Yeah,
wouldn't
the
be
50
surprised.
Yeah, but I don't who would be the next not the next Beyonce, but who can you compare Beyonce to right now?
I mean,
right.
they tried to but Kanye West stopped it with Taylor Swift. Like
Oh my god. Did you even mention hold did,
it was a jokey joke. Remember when he got up on stage and
Yeah.
Spark. All right. So we had to put
You
Spark on
gonna
jail.
put her in
I'm gonna
jail?
put her in jail right
'Cause
now.
But you lock her up because you mentioned Kanye West?
No, Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Come on,
Taylor
man.
Swift.
Like in the same,
I like
completely.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is cool, but it's comparing Taylor Swift music. All right. So what artist right now production? I want to talk about my people right now. All right. Let's talk about my people. All right. So what artists right now, female artists, musically, vocally dynamic, production, everything just who it's
Yeah,
nobody.
I know.
It's
I
no
can't think
I
of
sound like I'm from the Beehive or something. I'm just saying, like I mean
it just
I
proves
used
to her
yeah,
work
it's crazy.
ethic too. Like it just shows
Yeah,
the way her work ethic is.
that's true.
Because I mean, I can't think of anyone.
Exactly,
I
that's my point.
know.
It ain't
Not
nobody
singers
right now.
anyway. Yeah, no. No, because
Uh,
Beyonce, she basically does everything. Like she even raps.
I mean, they were this
Does
now. This was
everything.
what it was supposed to, but before Lauryn Hill got out of the game, she was supposed to be that next quadruple threat.
Hmm.
Beyond a triple threat. She was like, you know what I mean, with the acting, the singing, the rapping, the like everything, the modeling, and
Yeah.
so. But other than
Yeah.
I don't, and I like Beyonce, but I'm not a part of the Beehive. But I can't
Mm,
think of anything.
I
So
know.
yeah,
I
if
think.
anybody watching and listening, they could chime in and see what they think with
yeah. I'm, I get voice definitely not, but you had people. I'm looking at a couple. What about a Janelle Monae? Why don't we do this? So let's talk about Janelle Monae. I'm gonna screen
Aaliyah.
share.
Also, I'm sorry, Aaliyah.
Go
They
ahead.
probably will say it was Aaliyah who was probably on her way to that, to that
Yeah.
pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
Aaliyah,
Exactly.
but she wasn't a true. I mean, I guess she danced a little bit, but I'm talking about dancing and doing pirouettes and 360s and high heels. Who?
I mean, that was a different time then. We were more in the
Mm.
baggy pants and that whole, that different swag. But she did her moves. Like she, before even the crash from the Bahamas when she was on the boat, like that
Yeah.
that choreography was like on point. And then she did the Bruce, not Bruce Lee, what was it with she played the
Romeo Must Die.
yeah, like she was on her way, and she was young.
Yeah.
You can't
Right.
you're comparing a 20-something-year-old to what's
Mm-hmm.
now, but
She
she's
definitely had a yeah.
go ahead, Sizzle. What?
No, I was gonna say she definitely had a promising career though.
Yeah, but I
Definitely
can't
did.
think of nobody who I can't.
Yeah, because it's a lot of like really, really great talented singers, but like to Beyonce's magnitude, it's not when
Yeah, there ain't
you
no.
because it's levels to it. When you get to like, all right, doing this, that, and the production, the singing, the dancing, the just all those other things.
Now
that's when it gets less and less competition and people that
I've
can
seen
compare.
Ciara in concert before, and
Oh, she's good.
she's amazing. Like, I mean, the
Mhm.
singing, the dancing, like
Yes.
I love her dancing.
when you take in the scale and you add in the acting and that kind of thing,
Mhm.
it's almost like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a comparison, but it's almost like, okay, what about that other ingredient of that triple,
Mhm.
that quadruple
Mhm.
threat? And
Exactly.
I'm not sure if I give Beyonce 5 stars for acting. I gotta slam the
I,
brakes on.
Mhm.
I'm not saying,
But
but she look, I did like
Mhm.
Obsessed. I can't even hold you. Obsessed was good. The Cooper Gooden Jr. one, that wasn't bad. So I mean, but
I'm
it still
sorry that I can't give her no no stellar performance for even Obsessed. I'm sorry.
has
I'm sorry, but
Really?
so then you
not no stellar performance.
then
She
you got
was just
I'm
coming out though. She was just kind of coming
yeah,
out.
but I have to see some more range with Beyonce. She played these classic roles where it's kind of still her. I need to
Color
see
Girls
range because if you look at people like um what's her name, Hudson, right?
Jennifer.
Jennifer Hudson. Not only can she sing, she's a great actress.
She
I
is.
gotta
She
get
really
it.
is. She
amazing.
really is.
She's really good. You can
Mhm.
see a difference between somebody like her and Beyonce in terms of acting. The voice, they got two different voices, so I won't compare them with that. It's hard to say. Well, she sounds better, because when I heard Beyonce in what was it? What
Top
was
of
the
the
name of
hour.
that movie?
See?
Is the top of the hour?
Yep.
Okay, well, check this out. You're listening to WPPM LP Philadelphia 106.5 FM. This is We Talk Weekly After the Talk with your boy Charles Gregory and the beautiful.
Lauren Sizzle.
And the beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
Yeah, and this is We Talk Weekly After the Talk 106.5 FM.